Hey guys, Cindy over at Paper Old and New. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well and having a wonderful summer. That is not folded straight. It is, maybe it is folded straight. Maybe I didn't cut it straight. I don't know. It is time for Shop My Stash 2023. This is an open collab being run by Lorie over at Enchanted Dream 71. So make sure you go check out her channel and see how things are going over there. I am doing book page pockets. We're doing book page envelope pockets. So these are folded like envelopes. These are out of a Halloween book that I have, or a ghost story book or whatever. So they're kind of creepy pages that with weird painting on them that I would probably never use for anything. So I'm going to cover them up. And they're going to be used as bases. That works really well. I'm going to show you real quick how I did this. This is not rocket science. I mean, we've all folded envelopes before. So I basically take one of these book pages and I fold it to where I want my envelope to be. Say like this. This is out of a different book that I have. And then I fold it down to make a flap. I leave enough space here so that I've got room to tuck something in that pocket. I don't want to fold right up against here, only because then, depending on how I put this in my journal, it might not, I might have trouble getting stuff in there. So I always like to leave myself a little bit of a gap. And then I just fold it over. Now, this is obviously a really long envelope. This envelope is 9 inches. So if you were going to tuck this in a journal, it's 9 inches tall. It'll fit if you're doing a 6x9 journal, you know, like that. It's probably too wide to do a traveler's notebook. It is 5 inches wide. So, you know, I mean, depending on how wide you do your traveler's notebook, this is probably too wide. So what I did with mine, because they were this size page. So these book pages were this size. So I folded it up, and then basically what I did was I cut it down, and I found that I like the 7.5 inch size for these big envelopes. I don't know, I just like the look of it. So that's this size versus this size, which is only 1/2 inch difference. I'm pretty sure I cut this one to 7 inches. So it's only 1/2 inch difference, but it makes a difference visually to me. So we're going, started at the 2, go to the 9.5. And then I just cut off a strip at the end that... and generally I cut the rough edge out of the spine. A lot of times it has like things on it, glue and stuff like that on it. So these pages from whatever book this was they don't feel as thick. They may be the same thickness. I don't know. It might be the finish. Okay, so we have 4 of these. We'll see how far we get in the decorating process. I still am working on Tina's folio. I am filming... So if you're watching a series of videos that I've done, 2 Roxy's Weekly Challenges and this, actually, technically 3 Roxy's Weekly Challenges, because Rachel herself did one using Tina's kits to make clusters. But a couple of Roxy's Weekly Challenges, and then this challenge I'm using Tina's kit for. Because I'm working on that folio and I'm trying to get it done, so I want to use the papers from the folio for decorating, so we're probably going to use that. I'm looking for the pages. Here's quarter-size pages, which I can also use to decorate outsides of envelopes. I might use that finally. We'll get these over here because they're already cut out. Okay. Well, I've got a few left. All right, so let's decorate some envelopes. First thing we're going to do is I am going to, these are going to get glued down, so I don't need to go too far, but I am going to get a strip of some sort of coffee dyed paper or something, excuse me again, to go inside there. These are scrapbook papers that I have been using in the folio, so we may use these to decorate the outsides of the envelopes. I like to do mass covering and then decorate on top of what I've covered. Let's see, is this wide enough? No. I want to do some coffee dyed paper. I want it to go down in there a little bit because when you pull out on the envelope, you're still going to be able to see. See all the yucky? Okay, here, we'll do this. So I'm going to do, we're going to do down to here where it says whatever that says. So, yeah, this is allowing me to make all kinds of ephemera and stuff for the flip-flop for the Birds of Spring journal. That's Tina's. All right, so let me get my I have to clean my. This glass cleans nice though. I will say that. Okay, so that does like that, and then this will fold up. Ooh, that's kind of, that burnt edge is rough, guys. You know what I always do when I have a rough edge like this? I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried this, but it tends to be that the masking tapes and the washi tapes, if you got a washi tape you don't like, they tend to be thinner than whatever paper you're using. So sometimes in a pocket, what I'll do is I'll take a piece of this to act like almost like a threshold between your. I did not cut that even close. I mean, I didn't. You know what? We're just going to do it in the middle. But it acts like a threshold. Because this edge is thinner than the copy paper edge. So it kind of steps it up and it glides better. And hopefully it doesn't get caught here going in. I haven't had any trouble with that. So sometimes if I have a funky edge in mine, that's what I do. And then it'll get covered up when I glue that. So let me cut this off of here. This is some printouts that I was doing as an experiment kind of a thing, and getting a digital book that I bought to print. And not to let the paper go to waste, I decided to coffee dye it and then use it as stuff like this, backing paper, covering paper. I just glue it with the birds down. Okay, so we have that there, and then hopefully, and then this folds right there, like that. And there we go. And then there's our, the flap of our envelope. Any kind of things that are uneven when we're done, we can trim off at the end, or, you know, cover with trim or whatever. But then that makes the inside of the flap nice. This looks like it's probably not folded straight or something. Or I didn't cut it straight, or who knows. Okay, now, the idea for the back of the, or for the outside of the envelope would be to glue it onto a piece of paper like this. Put this off to the side. So we're going to glue this on here like this. Here we go, guys. I am going to use a ton of glue today. Once I get this glued, I can glue my envelope. It's just a lot easier to glue this if I glue it flat and then refold it. It's easier than trying to glue around an already folded envelope. At least that's my... Sorry if you can hear my kid. I've said this before. They're right above me in the living room. And my basement is, I mean, it's not like we have soundproof walls or anything. So, if you hear my kids upstairs, I feel like I should get my, uh-oh. No, don't do that. I feel like I should get my smusher out. So this isn't quite so... I'm not worried about around the edges, just in the middle. Of course, now I'm making balls of glue, so I'm not sure that's going to do any good. I did not think this page was 12 inches tall, but apparently I was wrong. Okay, so yeah. All right. I keep dragging stuff in on myself because I've got all this stuff like right on either side of me. I've been working on trying to clear my desk, guys, so. All right, let's cut this. Okay. Uh-oh. I can't get hold of the... There it goes. Okay. I'll go up this side. I suppose a little bit of overhang won't hurt anything. Oh, it's definitely on here crooked, that's why. Okay, now let's refold the envelope. All right, and we'll get our bone folder and make sure that's good. Okay. It's buckling a little bit, but it seems to be glued down pretty good, so I think it was going to be all right. You can just feel a little bit of almost like an air pocket stuck there. Then I'm also going to round my corners, and I'm going to use the biggest round. I hate it when it misses like that. And then that way it looks kind of like an actual envelope, right? I love the way these feel. The layer, it's almost like I mean, if you didn't know any better, it's almost like a leather or something. Like a thick, some sort of thick material. I don't know why I'm rounding these, but I felt like they needed it, so I did. All right. Now let's ink it up a little before we move on. And I might dig down in my lace, guys. I think it would be fun to put some lace on here. Okay. That's that. I feel like I shouldn't really need to ink the inside. It's coffee dyed. All right, but we are going to go ahead and do the gluing. So let's glue this pocket shut, and then we can start decorating it. Although I'm wondering if I shouldn't go ahead and cover the other bases. I might cover the other bases to give this time to set before we start messing with it. So let me, all right, we'll put that one there, and we'll do another one of these. We don't need to go that far. Let's go down to about right there. Is that good? Maybe we do need to go that far. All right, we'll go right there. How's that? And this one, it's not as, oh wait, I should turn it around. That way I'm not using the brittle edge. There we go. Because this is the brittle edge. Let me see where we are. Right here. I was only planning on doing at the most 3. So that one I showed you at the beginning just to show you how I folded it. I wasn't counting that in my trying to get them accomplished today. So if we just get to 3, I'll be happy. That is going to mean getting more coffee dyed paper. Okay. It's not wanting to go flat right there. Whoa, there's a ton of glue. Okay, I know I said this stuff was easy to clean, but okay. Hopefully I edited that out. You didn't have to watch me clean up the mess. Well, here comes somebody again. Oh, I say again. I think somebody came down in the last video I was recording. I'm back on my weekend schedule, so I'm recording multiple videos in a row. I don't remember. So we'll trim these off of here. All right. Now, fold this, hopefully, on its previous fold, just like that. Yay. Yay, no buckling. Okay. And I think this edge is okay. It is going down, so hopefully. Let me get another piece of coffee dyed paper. Oh, here's one that's kind of like the birds. Okay, anyway. All right, let me get the other. That's it. We'll go ahead and do this guy. And on this one, I got no words to gauge by, so we're just going to wing it. We'll go down about here. This was the 7-inch, so this is the thinner one. It would help if you held everything down so it didn't keep flapping up every time you... Okay. And down it goes. Right there. Okay. I just want to make sure that this edge gets good and flat because that's the edge that's going to be inside the envelope. That was a wet wipe. Can you see the wet? All right, let's trim this off of here. Should be interesting since the paper's wet. I love it when my scissors decide they want to be naughty and not go where I tell them. All right. Put that over there. Okay, make sure this is down good, and then we'll fold right there. Uh-oh. Ah, finally had one. Figured it was bound to happen eventually. All right. There we go. Okay, now we're just going to cover these two with scrapbook paper like we did the others. I want to use this. My problem is, you know, you put it on here and then you flip it up and some of the birds are going to be upside down. Now, actually, the birds on the flap, we can't use that. And I'm going to glue this on this side so I can use this for something else. Well, this side. Okay, so let's put glue all over it. So once again, we're doing the whole shopping in our stash thing. This is a book that I've had for years. And I started breaking it down. I think I actually hauled it in a decluttering video when I did that book declutter. This was in there. It's part of that Time Life series that they did for all the kind of fantasy and legend stories. There's dragons, and there's a dragon book. There's a fairies and elves book. There's, you know, like that. This one happened to be ghosts and ghost stories from different countries. So it's like all kinds of different ghost stories. It's kind of neat. I read a bunch of them. So I did read the book before I broke it down. I came over some, so I'm going to lose a little piece of that flower. Shouldn't be too bad, but I am going to lose a little piece of it. Oh, actually, a leaf. I'm going to lose the tip of a leaf. That's it. All right, so let's squish it down. It's much easier to clean when it's fresh. Okay. Now we'll cut around this one. So I like the fact that some of these books that even the ones where like I wouldn't use these images in anything, but they provide me with a base. Oh, that's still wet. I keep using it for things. I need to get my glue rag. Stop making things wet. Okay. I think I saw a corner over there that didn't quite get glued down, so might have to do some fixing. And actually the inspiration for making these fold over envelopes comes from Tina, which makes it kind of appropriate that I'm using her kit for it. She does a lot of these envelopes. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. All right, and then again, we have to fold. I do want to make sure that covers right. And then we have to fold this. Okay, and there we have that one. All right, so let's punch the corners on the flap. Like that. And I like the little punch in here. Okay, and then we'll I can ink the rest of it when we're decorating. I just want to get this inked before I glue it because it's easier. And that makes 2. That's what I've been looking for. That makes 2 glued shut. It's got a little piece of glue right there. Okay. All right. So there we have those 2. Oh, we did the short one already. So this other one must be a long one. Yeah, this is a long one. Okay. Now I have to have a piece of scrapbook paper for it. Is this wide enough? Guys, I'm going to use this. I love the polka dots. And I actually did use some of this to collage a page in the... I want that. I'm going to use it probably on one of the envelopes. Maybe. I shouldn't say probably. I should say maybe. I may be using it on one of the envelopes. Okay. Let's get this one glued down. This fits, guys. I'm so excited. All right, wait. I got to figure out which way I want to glue it. So do I want that to come over the top like that? Cute. Or do I want it to come up the bottom, up the side on the bottom? Yeah, let's do it up the side on the bottom. Okay. Last one. And through the magic of modern editing, this last envelope is now all done. And there we go. So now we have 3. And let's see, we started with this one. So since it's been sitting the longest and had the longest amount of time to set, and see, we have a nice little pocket here, and you can make a choice. So, and you kind of have to decide. I actually don't know if these will fit in the folio. Yeah, they will. Now the folio, the reason these will fit is because this particular flip-flop journal uses those big envelopes. You know, the ones that have like they have 2 windows in them and they're big. So I used some of those kind of envelopes so that it's a bigger folio. All right. So anyway, what you have to decide is whether or not you want to glue this pocket down or you want to clip it in, right? Because that will determine whether or not you decorate the back. Obviously, you don't want to decorate the back of something that you're then just going to glue down and use as a pocket. What sense would that make? Now you can do it as a top pocket or you can do it as a side pocket. It doesn't really matter. Okay, but in the meantime, we are going to figure out some stuff to use on here. Let's get these out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Might use this. Don't need these. Oh, they go right there. I was thinking maybe I can get these guys out. These might be good for decorating the fronts of these. paperclip. I don't know why my brain just like totally fogged over there for a second. Okay. So these are all the pages from the kit done 4 to a page. So they'll be perfect to put on the front of the envelope. So I just have to decide what I want to put on the front of this one. And it might be something like this where the bird's at the bottom so that he doesn't get covered up. He's down here getting stuff out of the refrigerator. See, like that? So like he's at the bottom, and if you put him on here, he won't get covered up by the flap. If you put this one on here, they both get covered. Excuse me. Really the only other one is this guy. Because he's down at the bottom. And since I have 3 envelopes, it should make it interesting. I think we're going to use this guy on the polka dots, though. So it'll be this one up here that we don't necessarily have a bird for, or we just have to might think a little differently on how we tear it. All right, so, or maybe this is the one I won't. Maybe I'll put the bird on this one. I'm gonna put him on here. All right, I'm gonna tear these out. Sorry, I'm like all over the place here trying to figure this out. Let me get my tearing ruler. We're getting up there in time again, guys, so I'm trying to. Just going to go ahead and tear that off there like that. Put those back there. Tear that off there. Well, this is probably going to be easier. If I can get this to work, it's probably going to be easier to get it that way. I've been practicing, guys. Look at that. And we're going to put him back there. All right, now this I'm going to ink. I'm doing this, a lot of this inking that I'm doing is because most of the journal is inked, so I don't want to now start not inking, if you see what I mean. It's too bland. I might draw in a blue label to pull out some of the blue in here. All right, so let's glue this down. Right on here. Yeah. And remember, I haven't inked this yet, so that'll get inked also. Now I want to thinking I need to put some lace on here. I wonder if I should put it up like that. It's kind of fun. I like that. Okay, so I wonder if I should leave the tattered edge. What do you guys think? A little bit of tattered edge. A little bit of tattered edge never hurt anybody, right? Should I bunch it a little? No, that's going to be too hard to glue if I do that. All right. I don't know what's going on with this cord. Okay, guys. My cords are all tangled up. And for a second there, I stopped. I mean, I came back and I didn't know whether I had paused my video or not. So I'm standing there staring at it. I don't know, guys. Ah. It's coming through the lace and getting my fingers. So all these little hot glue strings on my hands. Okay, now let's cut this off here. Guys, some of the weirdest stuff happened today. I think I am going to trim this because both sides aren't all... Ooh, guys, that's so pretty. Okay. I might hang on to that. It's good flap lace. Okay, and then I want something... First of all, I might stick with it. I might use that. You guys just see things appearing out of nowhere. This has got blue in it. I kind of want a different color, though. Ooh, what about this? Guys. Uh-oh. There it is. Guys, look at that. Okay, we're gonna do it. I'm doing it. And of course it's lace, so it's... Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. I love it. Okay. All I need is one of Tina's bows. I'm gonna go to her shop just to order bows. Actually, I see them all over the place. Walmart sells them in packages and stuff like that. I just thought it would be cute to have something right there. I just don't know. Look. Oh my gosh, I love it. Now the only last thing. I'm gonna put right here. Oh, gorgeous. Love it. Okay. We lacied it up. The only other thing I'm thinking about, ooh, I could put a little piece down here. I need a label. Wait, where did that label go? I've decided if I'm going to decorate this corner, this label will do okay. Guys, we're going to try and do the black and we're going to try and do one more. I'm not going to get all three of them decorated. This is always the way with me. But I'm excited. I got into my lace stash. I haven't done anything with my lace. So I'm excited. Okay, so we're going to put that there, and then we're going to put this little piece of tattered lace here, and I might bunch it a little bit. Let's go right across. And then I'm going to cut one of these. See these little roses? I'm going to cut one of these. I'm going to cut all this extra tulle off of them. Or off of it, rather. Oh my gosh, guys. I so love it. So there's one. And it's our pocket. I love how that turned out. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's one. Let's see if we can get the other one done. And it'll be fun to put this fabric across here too, because this is black. Look, it shows up so cool. Okay, I might choose different, but for now, I think that might be my choice. Okay, wait, what picture were we going to use? The blackbird, right? Okay, so before I get too sidetracked, let's tear that out. So we're going to tear right along there. Put that behind me in my box that I'm working out of. And that. Okay. Guys, I have so much cleaning up I need to do, it's not even funny. Alright, so we're going to put this over here. So we still have the flowers. Right? Let's ink it. Oh, there's my markers, guys. I need a room. Instead of a cubby. I have a room's worth of stuff tucked into a cubby. This is why I spend so much time on at night when I go to bed. I'm on like I said, I don't, you guys don't see me around commenting. It's not because I'm not watching, it's because I'm watching on Roku, and you can't, oops, and you can't comment on Roku, so tis what it is, I suppose. Okay, so let's put this down because we know it's going down. I'm not even going to bother with the messing with it. And But anyway, so my clutter on my desk, trying to make myself room. I'm constantly down here trying to like use stuff to make room for myself to work. So I'm always on Tina's channel watching like her X-Piles videos and, you know, that stuff. Oh, you know, the only thing I didn't do to that other one was ink the edges of the flap. I did not decorate the back of it. It's one of those things where if I decide to use it as a pocket, I can. If I decide not to, I can decorate the back later. So I'm just concentrating on the fronts right now because I like the idea of gluing them in. So, yeah. So I'm not... Okay, and then down here on this edge that got kind of torn up from me folding and refolding and unfolding, and yeah. Get that. Like I said, I'll do the back if I need to. All right. So there's our blackbird on there. I'm going to get another label, or maybe one of these big old numbers. All right, now. When I'm done here with you guys, I'm going to end up having to do a cleaning session before I do anything else. This is my third video of the day. It's got to be weird, though, watching these out of, like, I know what context I'm saying that in, but, like, when you watch it and you hear me go, this is my third video of the day. Just because I'm doing my weekend filming schedule, so it's, you know. We're going to put that on there. It might end up with a little lace below it, or flowers or something. I really like the way that looked. Okay. Now, do I want to do... Okay, and then we'll cut... on this side of the stitching. Okay. I know we're not doing this one, but I just wanted to see something. No, not enough contrast. I don't like that one there. Okay. Guys, what if I triple layer it? I think we're going to triple layer this one. Okay, so I need to go... right along this row of dots. Okay, let me put this down. Okay, this is what I should be using. A little silicone thingy. All right, so that gets that down. Now let's cut it off and get it out of my way. Okay, and this side. Tina's always talking about continuity. So if these both go in the journal, they used that same lace. Guys, I am having so much fun putting lace on stuff. I haven't done it like this But I've been watching, like I said, I've been watching her do her X-Files and her, all right. It's up too high. I don't want it up that high. It'll come down. It's stuck on there now. All right, let's do the trimming again. Okay. Guys, the other person I've watched do layered stuff like this is Stephanie over at Coffee Paper Scissors. Oh. And I'm always like, oh, that looks so cute layered up like that. My lace is in a bag in a pile and really hard to get to. So for me to sort laces and come up with a layer, I actually don't know if I want to put that there now because I kind of like it. Oh, you know what? I kind of want to put one of these on here. All right, let's get it. Now, do I want to put it in the middle? I don't think so. I think I want it off to this. Yes. All right. Let's cut in here next to the flower. All my videos have gotten long. Like I'm up over an hour with everything now. So if you guys are seeing lots of edits in my videos, that's why. I just hope you guys are liking these and will join me for more. I'm having a ton of fun making them, so. Look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. I can't even. Okay, guys, I think I'm going to let you go. I don't know if I can. I don't know how I'm going to top those. Yeah, this has been a ton of fun. I am really excited to have gotten into my lace stash and gotten some stuff out and started using it and all that sort of thing. So I'm glad you guys came along with me for the ride. This was Shop My Stash 2023 for July. This was actually book page pockets. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this and it inspired you to give something like this a try, and I will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye, guys.